All right, so we are looking now at review activity 7-2. We see a drawing in front of us that does have some of the auxiliary views. So let's take a look now. We're going to kind of talk about the actual drawing and what these views are actually considered. So the first question that you're asked is, for the sake of the argument or sake of this exercise, if the section view of this drawing is considered the front view, what other three views are shown? So, and include the word partial if applicable. So first off, of course, we have to know which one of the views is the section view based on the question. And we can tell here with these section lines that this is the section view. So if we're considering this the front view, then it makes sense as we go through that this would be the right side view. And as we move up to the top, we see the top view, except for the fact that it is kind of cut off. So this would be referred to as a partial top view because it is not showing us the full top view. And then, of course, we do have the partial auxiliary view, which is right here. And of course, we've got this cutoff line here. So a small break line that shows us that this is the partial auxiliary view. So as we take a look at this, we see the front view, which is actually a section view. We have the right side view. Notice no hidden lines are present. We have a partial top view and we have a partial auxiliary view. So that answers the questions there for number one. Number two is a true and false question. It asks, there are some hidden lines that were omitted from the right side view. So again, if this is considered the right side view, yes, we have omitted the hidden lines because the details that the hidden lines would be showing are going to show and be represented a little bit better up here in the partial auxiliary view. So hidden lines are indeed omitted from the right side view. Number three, in the auxiliary view, what is the name of the jagged and irregular line that indicates this is a partial view? The jagged or irregular line that indicates that this is a partial view. Well, again, if we remember our ABC of lines, these jagged line types, that is a short break line, or what we call short break line. So, and that indicates that that is a partial view because we are cutting away and breaking this part at those surfaces. So number four, the question asks, what two dimensions are exhibited in the partial primary auxiliary view? So what we have to take a look at is the partial primary auxiliary view, which is this view right up here. So it is a primary auxiliary view because it is the first orientation or the first projection off from there. So that makes it a primary auxiliary view. And we are coming off of the front view. Now, remember, the front view is showing us width and height. So in drawings that are projected off of the front view showing width and height are going to give us a depth projection. So in this case, a depth is one of our two dimensions. And the other dimension from, in this case, would be the width here as well. So we're actually seeing the width from here to here is giving us a width dimension there too. So we're seeing width and depth in that primary auxiliary view. Number five, of the following, so we have to review the statements here. One is that the view is projected from the right side. Well, we just mentioned and we notice here that it is projected from the front, so it can't be projected from the right side, so that's not any good. Doesn't hold true. The view shows true size, true shape of an inclined surface. So here is the inclined surface. that we're talking about. And it is indeed showing us a true side, true shape. We're also seeing the inclined surface here, which shows us in this view right here. So that is a true statement. So there's the true statement that is correct is the view shows true size and true shape of the inclined surface. Now let's talk about the other reason. So the other possible answers here, main reason is to show a true dihedral angle. Well, yes, it is true that we can see a true dihedral angle using auxiliary views. In this case, that's not the angle that we're showing, so that wouldn't make sense, even though that might be applied to auxiliary views. And lastly, the 3.125 dimension is not a true dimension. Well, indeed, that is a true dimension. That's what we're showing. That is the depth of this particular object, and it is the dimension from, and here in the side view, it's the dimension from here to here, which is being shown in this auxiliary view. So that is a true dimension. So that one is the actual true dimension as well. So that makes that question not, or that particular answer not good, because it says dimension is not a true dimension, but we now know that it is. All right, let's go on to number 6. If the auxiliary view were to be labeled by the dimension height, width, or depth, it features that is not featured in the front view, what dimension would that be? Well, again, we are showing, and this is projecting off of the front view, which shows width and height, and therefore we are projecting and showing the depth here in this auxiliary view. So that would be showing the depth. Number 7, what geometric shape would describe the inclined hole in the right side view? So here is this inclined view. The geometric shape on that inclined hole is an ellipse. So, and this again is another reason for us having the auxiliary view, because it actually shows us the true size and true shape, and we can actually dimension that here so that you can see it in this particular drawing in the auxiliary view. If the drawing page is turned in such a way so that the longest center line of the auxiliary view is horizontal, the front view could still be called the front. If so, the auxiliary view could now be called the right side view. In this case, what would the former right side view now be called? All right, so basically it's saying we're going to take this center line and we're going to rotate it around till it is horizontal. So that puts both of these. So we're basically kind of rotating this print at probably about 45 degrees. And then it's saying, what does that make this view then? Well, if we were to do that, if that was the way our print were laid out, then that would make this an auxiliary view instead. So now we would have that. So your answer there would be that is an auxiliary view. True or false for number 9, the auxiliary view is oriented to provide the viewer with the point view of the axis of the 0.453 inch diameter hole. So let's take a look and see where the 0.453 inch diameter hole. So here is our call out, and it's got the leader line pointing to it, which is right here. And yes, that is true. So the auxiliary view is oriented, so it provides the viewer here with the point of view of that axis. All right, number 10 is saying to list 4 different lines from the alphabet of lines that are featured in the auxiliary view. So let's take a look. I am seeing, as far as lines that indicate shape, I am seeing my object lines or visible lines. I'm seeing the hidden lines here. I see center lines on there. And of course, now if we talk about size that or lines that indicate size, I'm also seeing a leader line here. So, and here I'm seeing extension lines and I'm seeing dimension lines here as well. So I've got extension lines, dimension lines, leader lines, hidden lines, right here, object lines, and center lines. So I got 6 different line types shown in that particular view for you to make sure that you can go ahead and use as you fill out and answer these questions.